Hi everybody, welcome to Fiction and Digital. I'm Monica, and this is my book outlet haul, which I have here, and I've already opened it, and they were running a special that if you went ahead and ordered for them and entered the code, you get your little bear, and I got my bear. They also said if he was wearing something special, you could win $250 credit with BookOutlet, which he was not, so that is really cool. Got my order here and my books. So the first book I have in here is by Adam and Ethel. It is No One Gets Out Alive. A bunch of girls rent a room. It's in a haunted house. Things start going wrong. It's very chilling, very scary. Hopefully scary. You can see it's a dent copy, but it's okay. I really like horror books and thriller books, so when I read this one, I just had to get it. So this is that one. I can't wait to get to that one. Also, I saw this one a lot, the Book of Speculation, where a librarian finds a book outside her door, and when she starts to read it, she finds out that there may be a curse on her family. So she goes into a big investigation to find out exactly what's going on with her family. If you've read this book, let me know how it is. So the next book I have in here is The Suicide Collectors. So for some reason, everybody in the world is killing themselves, and they have no idea why. So they're trying to figure out what's going on, and they have the suicide collectors that come around and clean up the bodies, which is really morbid, and it sounds really great. I picked that up because I just love these type of books. Next book that I have is by Seth Grahame-Smith. It is The Last American Vampire. This is going to be the second in the series. After Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, if you've seen that or read that book, this is the second one. I can never find this in stores, so lucky for me, BookOutlet had it and I ordered it. Then I have A Brave New World. If you have never read A Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, you are missing out. It is a book I always pick up, and I've read a million times already, and I just don't have a physical copy, so I had to pick me up that one. The next one is The Demonologist, and that's by Andrew Piper. It's about a professor who is a demonologist, but he does not believe what he teaches until something happens and he has to go to Venice with his daughter, and something goes terribly wrong with her, which makes him change his mind and maybe possibly believe in demons. But I'll let you know after I read that one. I got half of these books I don't even remember ordering, which is really sad. So the next one I have is The Bad Seed by William March. I'm a big pop culture addict, and The Bad Seed is one of the first horror movies that I remember seeing when I was little. And it's the whole bad child thing where she does kill everybody because she wants their stuff. Everybody always promises her, you can have this when I die. And then, unfortunately, they die. And she gets their stuff. I have seen the movie a million times, but I've never read the book. Saw it on BookOutlet, and, of course, I had to get it. The next book I have in here, let's see, is Child 44. This is one of a trilogy that I wanted to pick up. They already have a movie out based on it. It's by Tom Robert Smith. Child 44 is about a serial killer who is killing children, and the detective has to find out, and it's in the Soviet Union in the 30s, and he's trying to figure out what's happening to all these children, and nobody's putting it together until Child 44 comes around, and he's trying to pick up the pieces. I'm one of those people that I have to read the books before I watch the movie, and I really wanted to watch the movie, so I picked this up so I can watch it. The next book I have is The House of Small Shadows by Adam Neville. I've already picked up one book by him. I decided to pick up this other one. It is about a woman, and she thinks she's going crazy. So she goes to her house, and things are happening, and she can't tell the difference between reality and sanity. and what is true, and her memory starting to come back, and things merge together. It looked like a really interesting book, and hey, I have a new bookshelf and I need to fill it up. So hopefully when I get this one done, I will do reviews on most of these books, if not all of them. But I did go crazy and I did order a lot of these books, so it'll probably take me a while. The next one is The Doll Collection. It's a horror book by Ellen Datlow. Well, it's not by Ellen Datlow, but she edited. If you know anything about her, she's edited a lot of anthologies, won a lot of awards, and she's very good about putting together stories. This, of course, is going to be about dolls. Here's the catch that made me want to read this book, is that it could not be an evil doll. So it has to be a horror story about dolls, but not the evil doll that's going to come alive and kill you. So I wanted to see exactly how each one of these writers took that challenge and made it their own. And they also have Joyce Carol Oates in here that did a story, which I've already read from her other collections, so I've already read her story, but it's really going to be interesting to see how this one works. The next book I have in here is Barbara the Slut by Lauren Holmes. Sometimes when you read some of the things about horror and killing, it's good to have a book that makes you laugh. And I've read part of the first story in here in the bookstore before I decided whether or not I wanted it. It was hilarious. And it made me laugh. It's a bunch of essays of different experiences by different women. And there's no other reason. I just wanted it. And I bought it. Now the next book I have in here is Scott Westerfeld's Afterworlds. I read the Ugly series by him and totally loved his world building. I decided to get this one because it is about a teenage novelist. And she gets her first book published. Everything's going great. It's told in alternating stories between her story and her novel. And in her novel, it's Lizzie who actually wills her way into an afterworld to escape a terrorist attack. What can I say? I just love Scott Westerfeld. This book sounded like something I could get into, so I picked it up. And if you can see, it's really beautifully made. And you can see the differences in everything. And definitely will do a review on this one because, like I said, I just love Scott Westerfeld. His world building is just amazing. The last and final book from this big old haul is Dead Ringers by Christopher Golden. Christopher Golden is, of course, in the horror world. What's funny is it's pretty much that she runs into her ex-husband and he doesn't recognize her, he doesn't talk to her, and she can't figure it out, so she's furious. Then it turns out that everybody has their own dead ringer, a person that looks like them, and everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. Now, I will read this one and do a full review on it because it sounded so original to me, and I had to get a look at that. So, and that is it for my book haul. That's everything I have so far. Eventually, I do have a few others I probably picked up after this came in, and I'll have another video with those books. If you've read any of these books or want to or have any opinions about them, let me know in the comments, and we can discuss it. Hopefully everybody wants to read them or has read them. So I've got a lot of things to do. I'm going to go read, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.